live here shortly. Should be on in T minus like 30 seconds. You should see a pop up for anybody.
All right.
Just so you know, I'm going to Facebook right now, so let me know because I'm about to go to yours and do it all.
Yeah, we're live. It should be directing right now. We're live.
All right, let me see. It says we're live, but I'm going to the Facebook page right now.
Yep, we're live. Should be on the Facebook page.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, perfect. There you go.
Okay, home.
Wait, I want to share. I don't see share though. Where's the share option?
That's a good question.
Oh, there it is. No, my bad. My bad. I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
It's all the tons of fun. We're getting this working.
Where is it at so I can share it?
It's on facebook.com/Q loves you all. Just go to Q loves you all and just click on the live video and hit share.
Where's the live video thing?
Should be on the page. It should be.
Lower left
We're
hand.
learning as we go. Because I'm with you, man. I just share. I thought I hit share and it didn't really.
If you go to the home page, you know, if you click on home, because I was looking on live videos, but hit home and then you'll see the video and then you click the video and you'll see a share button right at the bottom left hand corner.
I'm sorry, where does it say home? Oh, I see. It says home. Okay, I'm hitting home.
Home.
Hey, then what?
Home. I love to say home.
Dude, what song is that? I love that song.
That's Simon and Garfunkel, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite. Wait, hey, is Josh on? Is Josh on?
Negative.
Nope.
Oh.
Hey, what's the Facebook
Okay, I
group
shared
called?
it.
Yeah. Brian Kiley coming through. Chris, you got it? You see it?
Did you just email it again?
No.
Where would it have come through?
What are we looking for?
I'm just trying to figure out how to share it.
Are we on right now? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. This is
Oh,
all
hey.
everyone's watching.
Oh, anybody watching, this is comedians trying to figure out how to use the internet.
This
Yes.
is part of
We're all
the
doing
bit.
it.
This is part of the bit.
Ryan,
trying
do
to
you
share
have
this
the
on-
website where people can donate?
Yeah, it's Johnny Cardinale.eventbrite.
Thank
Yep.
you.
It's a great. I'm looking for the way to share too. Honestly, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out as I go. But I guess I'm try to run this show too. We're still waiting for Josh Nasser. He's going to get on here soon. It's saying I can see you. You have to let me in. So Q, can you figure that out? Josh is saying I can see you, but you have to let me in. Did I send him? Oh, I sent him the link as if he's like a spectator, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Josh, Ryan.
Yeah.
Could you send him an email to Joshua? Oh wait, I better text.
I got it. I know what it is. Give me a second.
Okay,
You guys
yeah.
go live. I'll take care of it
It's
on this.
not the one I gave you before.
You kept copy that.
Yeah.
Go for
Anyhow, hey guys, how are we? Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in to another Zoom comedy show for a great cause. I'm going to start the show off with a question to all the comedians. I have an idea. Before we logged on just now, Ariel and I, she has an idea for an invention that she wouldn't tell us about.
Nope.
And that's smart. My cousin Anthony Del Zoppo, 40 minutes from me right now, is a patent attorney. So I have the in anytime I want to invent something. I came up with an invention. Thank you, Brian, because I need your opinion on this, if this is a good idea or not.
Okay.
Today I was at Trader Joe's and I saw greeting cards. Greeting. And I thought, you never buy a greeting card to greet people. So here's my invention. I'm going to buy a card. It's going to be a picture of Spock from Star Trek. Just Spock. And you open it up and it says greetings. What do you think, guys? Anybody? All right. Never mind. All right. Come on. Okay. All right. I recently bought a dream catcher and I'm doing Zoom comedy, so it's not working. My buddy's got really bad posture. I'm pretty sure he's got really bad posture. I mean, call it a hunch. All right, never mind. Come on, guys. These are one-liners. So I'm dating a dentist.
Oh.
Yeah, a dentist. I met her at a bar. I asked her, hey, what do you do for? I go, what do you do for a living? She goes, I'm a dentist. I go, do you find that fulfilling?
Yeah.
Still got the number.
Fire.
Rock on.
Let me ask you this. If a dentist hits a milestone, would it be ironic to give them a plaque? Come on, guys. That's a... Anybody been watching the Bundy tapes on Netflix?
I
The
did.
Serial killer Bundy? Have you been watching them? The Bundy tapes. It's over 100 hours of Bundy interviews. No offense. Shouldn't that have been called TED Talks? Come on, guys. That's a damn good joke. All right. Everybody with me on that one? Everybody's in an uproar over the statues these days. I say take them down. Who cares? There's only one statue anybody in the United States cares about. Rocky. Keep that one up. Everything else can go. Statues are weird. I'm sorry, they are. I do a lot of military shows. I think some of you guys have done them too. I've done 19 military shows, been all over the world.
Wow.
I was in Warsaw, Poland last year. You know, that Warsaw, Poland, that place got decimated in World War II. They got leveled, and then they rebuilt themselves. And they're very proud, but they're very angry too. So everywhere you go, they have statues. But like in the United States, you see statues of a guy holding a book, you know, in a trench coat or something, standing there. Their statues are like a guy with a sword he's on a horse holding a sword with a severed head, you know, and that's outside the kindergarten. They're this is a true story. I'm not gonna lie. I do travel up into all 50 states. When I go to a state and I see a statue, I generally I'll take a picture of it just because you do, right? It's a statue, like, oh, I give them a picture. And it's like, again, it's like a guy in a suit holding a book or something. You get home, I have no idea who it is. I don't even know what it is. And people used to ask me, I show them pictures. They go, who is that? I go, I don't know. They go, why'd you take a picture of it? I go, I don't know. And then I feel like an idiot. So now what I realize is when people ask me who the statue is, I just go, Grant. I just go, that's Grant. Because it's always probably mostly Grant. So somebody goes, who do you mean, Ulysses S? And I go, I don't know, Hugh? Usually do better on different Zoom shows. This is crazy though, guys. I did a Zoom show last week. It went so bad, a couple got up and walked out during the show. Yeah, they got up and walked out of their own house during the show. Getting back to the statues, Columbus. I mean, what do you guys think? Columbus, is he bad, good? Should they tear his statues down? Anybody?
Yeah.
You
Get
know.
rid of them.
Fine, I'm with it. But you know the reason they're called Indians is because he thought he landed in India, right?
Yeah.
So Columbus, here's my impersonation. Here's what I think. Columbus lands, they come walking down, the Indians, right? Here's how I feel like the first conversation ever went. When he walked up off the beach, the Indians came down. They were like, how? And he was like, ships. All right. And yeah, I've never really used that joke in public, and I probably never will again. My friend is so conservative, he won't even use Progressive Insurance. Come on, guys. That's a good joke. Would it be rude to tell a fruit farmer to grow a pear? Come on, guys. That got 45 likes on Facebook. Confucius say, casket put in wrong hole is grave mistake. All right, never mind. I'm still bummed that you guys didn't like my Spock greeting card thing. I recently pitched a few scripts in the trash, but man, I pitched them. Do Mormons think Groupon is a dating site? All right, everybody. Would it be ironic to get somebody a furnace as a housewarming gift? Come on, guys. Are we anybody on right there? All right, wait. Tell me if anybody even gets this joke, because it's kind of an old reference. You think Morris Day ever sits back and goes, where is the time gone? No, that was the name of his band. You think people gravitated to Isaac Newton just to be ironic? All right. A prison term is a compound sentence. Think about it. Hey, just so you guys know, I could be on a cruise ship right now doing comedy. All right. I don't mean to brag, but I do comedy on cruise ships. They have Wi-Fi on cruise ships. You know, the Wi-Fi on cruise ships is so slow. When you send an email, they give you a tracking number. Who's with me on this? Come on, guys. No? All right. You know, I couldn't use my coffee maker this morning. # no filter. I don't know, guys. That's a pretty decent joke. Not getting much up tonight. Money's tight. Am I right? I currently have a Benjamin Button bank account. I now have as much money as I did when I was 12 years old. When a truck driver turns 65, does he semi-retire? Okay. All right. If y'all was in the South, would it be pronounced y'all? Oh, man. All right. I'm not doing too well tonight. Hey, are you guys ready for a great show? Come on. This is comics now. Comics, you got to help me out with this. Ryan's left. Josh, is Josh even with us?
Josh came on, popped on, and then he popped off, and he's having some difficulties with trying to do it. But he was on.
Right.
So
that sounds like Josh. Well, we're going to bring up our second comedian of the night. By the way, MC should never say, I'm bringing up your first comedian tonight, because I hear a lot of MCs do that. When you go up there in due time, you are a comedian. You always should say, I'm bringing up the next comedian or the second comedian, never the first comedian. I'm bringing up the second comedian tonight. He's a good friend of mine. We worked together at some little bar on Wilshire one time. That's where we met.
did.
Right? Exactly.
I think there
So
was
give
2
it up.
people in the audience.
That's right. And we still made it happen. Give it up for Charlene Ward, everybody. Give it up.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm Charlene Ward, and I am quarantining with the boyfriend. And we have been together since 2003. And yes, there should be no applause. There should be no yay, no woo, because you see, there's no rings on these fingers. So it's been that long of disappointment.
Ouch.
And, well, it took us a while to actually move in together because we're both obese. We're slow moving people. And when we got together, it's just like when you move in with anybody else, you have to get used to each other's little idiosyncrasies, the bullshit, like not putting the toilet paper roll back on the holder when it's empty. You come in, you take off all your clothes and leave them everywhere, including the kitchen. And really, who forgets to flush? I don't know how he lives with me, honestly.
Yes.
Yes. And so, whatever happened to the murder hornets? Right? They came out with these murder hornet things, and I don't even know who named them because it sounds like our Southern redneck football team. It's just like, go murder hornets. And if they redid West Side Story, it wouldn't be the Sharks. It was the Sharks and the Jets. It would be more like the murder hornets and the Kardashians. And at the beginning of this whole thing, when everybody's whining about opening up the beaches in the LA area, I always laugh because people on the East Coast trying to explain to them that people were really upset, but then they would go down to see the bioluminescent waves because they were pretty, and they all gathered on the beach. And it's like, yes, we're in LA. We won't eat gluten, but we'll swim in red tide. Like, oh, what's that smell? It's dead fish. Have any of you guys, Johnny, Ariel, Chris, have you guys noticed, at least on my Facebook feed, a lot of people are asking to borrow stuff? Like from their, it's like, hey, I really did. I got, hey, Facebook peeps, does anyone have a camera that I can use so I can self-tape an audition? It's like, okay, that's expensive.
I have seen that.
Right?
Yep.
So, and then I actually had one, they were in Portland, Oregon. They're like, does anyone have a wood chipper I can borrow? And I'm like, what shady stuff are you doing during quarantine that you require a wood chipper? But then I'm like, I'm a very untrusting person. I don't trust people to borrow my stuff because, I remember back in the 90s, I lent a friend a clock radio, like in a little alarm clock, and it came back melted from their freebasing spoon. So I just can't. They're telling you now that, if a way to combat anxiety and anger, you should exercise. So I'm thinking that the next time Chili's screws up my to-go order, I'm just going to drop and give them 20.
Nice. Chili's, one of my favorite places of all time.
Right? Exactly. They have the ribs. Or no, that's Arby's.
Chips and salsa.
But Chili's has some
chips
ribs.
and
Chili's
salsa
has
is good.
ribs.
People are like mad at Arby's for some reason because Arby's, they have the meat and it's and it's just gross all the time, so it's not really meat.
Disgusting.
There's a couple of things that we've lost during this pandemic. Notice that we are not allowed to use reusable bags anymore. So it's like they told us that they banned the bags. We weren't allowed to use them. You have to bring your own reusable bags. Everybody bought like 50 of those. And now we need to just kind of throw those out because screw the sea turtles. And now they're giving you regular bags again. I've also noticed that there are 2 types of essential workers. There are the essential workers that actually save lives, you know, and they're the paramedics and the nurses, and then they're the doctors. And then there are the people who work at Ralph's or at a restaurant and say, oh, but what about me? It's like, I get it. I understand you're upset, but you are not on the same level as a doctor or a paramedic. I understand. I'm a server. My sister's a nurse. When we talk about our days, she always wins. One day I told her, oh my gosh, I had such a bad day. I spilled marinara sauce on my white shirt. And then she looked at me and she said, well, a head wound came in and I had to buy new sneakers.
Yeah. Winner.
Chuck E. Cheese. Did you hear Chuck E. Cheese is going out of business?
So sad. So sad.
So sad.
Right? They're
So
filing
sad.
bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But I want to know who felt safe and clean in Chuck E. Cheese before the pandemic.
It's a good point.
Chuck E. Cheese, you know, they have a motto. It's like where a kid can be a kid. And so I have a few new mottos for Chuck E. Cheese. It's like Chuck E. Cheese. What's that smell? It's the cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Cheaper than a box of condoms. And if you've played in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese, you're immune from coronavirus.
Yeah, I forgot the ball pit.
Yeah.
Disgusting
Right?
that
In addition
was.
to everything
Yeah.
else that you could touch that anyone else has touched in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
It's
thought about that.
Just the whole, yeah.
no,
Dude, a
terrible.
college buddy of mine, his parents own 2 Chuck E. Cheese franchises.
Mm-hmm.
And the more important thing, he was a distant cousin of Sebastian Bach
Oh my gosh.
from the Jay Chris. You know what band I'm talking about?
Oh, so, come on.
Yes, from Skid Row.
Warrant?
No,
Oh,
Skid
that
Row.
one.
Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Yeah.
Did they ever get him in the rat costume by any chance?
What's that?
So would he be betraying his own band to another hair band of the 80s if they actually got him in the rat costume?
I was thinking Rat the band.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because he'd be betraying, Skid Row because he was playing a rat.
All right, Charlene warned everybody. Let's hear it for Charlene.
Yay.
Charlene don't like it. Okay, Josh is having technical difficulties. So we're gonna bypass Josh, unfortunately. Great comedian, good friend of mine. Ariel, are you ready with your cool painting in the background? You ready to go?
That's an awesome
Yeah,
thing.
I'm ready.
Ariel and I she's done my Beaumont show. We've known each other a couple of years, and she's awesome. She's hilarious. Guys, give it up for Ariel Kashanchi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Johnny, for getting my name wrong in like multiple ways. Not just my first name, but also
Ariel
my last
Kashanchi.
name. Ariel Kashanchi.
Kashanchi. Okay, Kashanchi.
Like a kush on chi. I wasn't gonna do jokes, but I usually do start my sentence
Kashanchi.
about. Okay, so we were talking about this. It's not even my real name. I named myself Ariel because I'm Persian and my first name is so fucked up. It's Ozadeh, which sounds like the next pandemic. Like fucked up name.
Were you around for Ozadiv 2019? Yeah, terrible.
I mean, I think it would be Ozadeh 2020.
Exactly.
We're in 2020. If
I just love the
was
fact you
not
made up Ariel
coronavirus,
right there.
maybe.
She made up
What?
Ariel at the DMV.
I made up our Ariel. I didn't make up Ariel. That's what John did.
So I missed that.
I made up Ariel. So yeah, but it's like a terrible name to grow up with because I grew up in the valley.
Ugh.
Like obviously you can tell from my accent.
Oh yeah.
But like having a name like that in the valley when I was growing up was terrible because like the first day of school was always a nightmare. You know, when they're going through roll call, it always goes something like Lisa here, Jennifer here. Other than the teacher was just having a stroke. Like we were like, what's going on? Like, is she dying? Can we ring that bell in the back of the room? Like, and then she'd be like, can somebody help me with this? And I was like, bitch, like, you're supposed to teach us how to read. I'm not doing your job. Ariel, it's cuter. I feel like I look more like an Ariel, you know? I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, you do. Definitely.
Yeah, like Ozzy, doesn't have the feel of like it's very turban-like, you know? Like I can say that. Are we allowed to make jokes about our own ethnic group? I have the whole Middle East and Judaism. That's mine. I have license to make fun of these things. So I just want to, and also on the note of this wokeness, like where it's now like a contest, everyone's trying to out woke each other. Like, why is it that anyone who's ever taken a 23andMe is all of a sudden a minority? I just, it's like, I mean, like, stop spray tanning. It's just too much. Like, we can't have like a new crop of dolezals out there. Like, these people must be stopped. It's just, I don't know. I picked up weird habits. Don't you think, like, everyone picks up weird habits during quarantine? And it's also, there's like this, the element of time is very different. Like in regular time and quarantine time, it's very like 2 hours quarantine time is actually 30 minutes in quarantine time. Like think about your phone calls. How many hour-long phone calls have you had during this pandemic with people who, if you were to run into them in the street, you would avoid eye contact because you don't even want to exchange pleasantries. But now you're spending hours talking to them on the phone, and it feels good too. But it's like, you know that once society opens back up, you will have you will once again revert to avoiding eye contact.
Girl, I answer the phone when it says scam likely, just for the contact.
Oh my, actually, you know what? This is very therapeutic. Great tip, great life hack, you guys. I use it as an outlet for my rage. So whenever I get one of those scam calls, I answer, and then I act like I'm like stupid. You know, I'm like, what? You want my social? Sure, here you go. And then I just start cussing them out. And then one guy was like, suck my dick. And I'm like, you are trying to scam me. Suck my dick. Like, what? Also, it's like, what 90s American movies have you been like? What Pauly Shore movies have you been watching to pick up this dated passe slang?
Wait, I have a joke for you. I have a joke for you. Sorry.
I have a feeling it's going to be a pun.
No, you know my style, but I swear to God, comics back me up on this.
Oh, let's do this.
Oh my God, the guy wants my social, so I'm like, at Ariel Kashanchi. Come on, that's a good thing, right?
Okay, all right, okay.
You can have it. You can have it right here.
That's funny.
I've actually never done this as a joke. None of these. I had 2 jokes in, but this is like, also, I find myself looking for new forms of entertainment, and the Johnny Depp Amber Heard lawsuit saga is one of the most amazing things I've ever. It is like the dreams that tabloid writers have. This is like, it has been manifested by Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and like the fucked up things that come up in this case. Are you guys familiar with it?
Oh yeah,
Totally.
it's $650 million.
Winona Ryder just said he didn't beat her.
Yes.
Yeah.
She took a shit in the marital bed. She took a shit in the bed that she sleeps in with her husband voluntarily, knowingly took a shit in the marital bed, not a guest room, marital bed. She made the choice to sleep in her own shit in the future, because you know that whoever had to clean that up is like, no, bitch, I am keeping some remnant of this here because that's what you fucking deserve. That's what I would do.
Taking a stool sample for the court case.
Well, I mean, didn't they take photos? Like, everything's been documented. I've seen photos of the shit. This is my level of boredom. I work out like for hours. I work out for an hour and a half every day. I got like a mini trampoline and I bounce for half an hour and then do an hour of other stuff. I look exactly the same as I did before. Like, none of this has done anything for me because
they say everybody's average 16 pounds they've gained since the pandemic, right? Did you guys read that?
Yeah.
16 pounds, yeah.
I mean,
by the way,
yeah.
Ariel or is it Ariel? I keep pronouncing it wrong. Correct me for once and for all.
Like an overhead view, Johnny. An
Ariel.
overhead view.
Ariel.
Okay, wait a second. If you were open a clothing, like a hip clothing store, Turban Outfitters, come on, guys.
Oh, that's
Wow.
that might even get a standing O from me. That was good.
Well, you made the joke about it. That's why I was saying it.
Mashallah.
I had another joke for you. I'm thinking of tags for you, girl. Come on, take them if you want.
No, yeah.
We're not finished. Okay, that's it. All right, that's all. You got anything else for us, Ariel? Any advice? Anything that you've come across in this pandemic you've learned about yourself that you never thought you would have learned about yourself if we'd never been in a pandemic?
I've always known that I don't like probably 82% of people. And this has really confirmed it.
82%.
82%.
I'd say that's pretty good for LA, right?
Yeah, where are you
low.
guys? What are your percentages? Percentages?
Oh, I'm right up there because I'm a waitress normally. So yeah.
That's gonna be in the 90s. Yeah.
I've said it in the past. I hear I'm in Ohio now for 4 months, but I hear the air quality the air is so clear and clean in Los Angeles right now. For the first time ever, you can actually see people's ulterior motives.
No.
Give it up for Ariel Kashanchi. I completely mispronounced your name.
We're in the neighborhood.
Jay Chris, my
Yeah.
buddy, are you ready to go, man?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
great comedian. You've seen him all over the place. You've seen him on the Tonight Show, and he's also a guitar player like me. We're good buddies. Let's give it up. Go ahead, Ben. Bring it to us, buddy.
Okay, I'll do a couple of jokes and then I'll do a song. Okay, man, I miss protests. That it was just such an important time, and I was getting like so much riot pussy, like so many people. Just the ladies, they love the bad boy image. So I was in the street every night getting phone numbers, just, straight up riot pussy. It was amazing. It's cool. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I read this in the news today. In Texas, in this one county in Texas, 85 babies tested positive for coronavirus. Hey, Texas, you need to stop letting babies into bars because that's going to totally help their comedy. This lockdown has taken away segues. There's no longer segues because they're not believable like before. Because I couldn't be like, oh, last night I was at a party. Liar, you weren't at a party, murderer. And it's like, what? Oh, no, okay, this morning, well, I was at the gym. Oh, cool, you're a liar. All gyms are closed. Well, I had a nice conversation with this girl at Starbucks. I hope it tasted nice, that coffee, because you murdered my grandma. Okay, fine. Knock, knock. Would that work? No, nothing. You're not saying anything. Oh, cool. Why? Well, I have a Ring doorbell, so I know it's you. So I'm not gonna. Okay, you know what? So segues are gone. That's it. They're out of there. I think Spirit Airlines is the Black Friday of the sky. I don't know if that's just more of a one-liner or a thought, but I don't think I think masks are basically just condoms for your face. You know, it's like, you know, like you don't have, but like if you don't wear one, that's sort of like raw dogging science. You know, and the the whole virus thing is pretty weird. In general, it's like they say the symptoms are confusion, digestive issues, body aches. So basically, I've had coronavirus since I was 46. So it's, you know, coughing and stuff. And it's just I think the virus is so funny because it's like the more we pretend to know, the more we don't know, because it's like, okay, so the rules are we can walk if we're wearing a mask, but if we sit down, we don't have to wear a mask, as if the virus is going to be like, fuck, where'd it go? They were just here like 2 seconds ago and now they're gone and we can't get them because they're at the table and the rules say that they can sit at the table, but if they get them, we'll get them if we have to follow through with that. I think maybe I had 2 jokes, Johnny, and then I can just play my last song, then I can go. The first one was, I don't know if you heard this, but Rocky and Bullwinkle broke up. I guess he was kind of a misogynist. That's right.
Wow, that was
That's
cool.
awesome.
That was a Johnny C. That was a Johnny Sear.
It's got it all
I just
over
had
it.
acid reflux over that one.
Yeah, it's going. All right,
Wow.
and I'm just going to do my one little song, and then thank you for your time, and then I will continue to watch. This fun song I've written during lockdown / quarantine / whatever. It's about people who are in the quarantine with you, who like have really messed up sleep patterns, and they like won't go to sleep because they just won't. And so this is a passive aggressive lullaby, and it goes to whoever you're next to who just won't go to bed. It goes like this. Close your eyes, bitch, go to sleep. Asking you, go to bed. Please put down your fucking phone. Time to rest your head. It's a passive aggressive lullaby. This song's about me. If you're not gonna shut your eyes, this gun's the last thing you'll see. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You had about 24 beers. No one at work tomorrow is gonna ask you what happened on Cheers. It's a passive aggressive lullaby. Not kidding, man, this about me. I might just have to shut your eyes and hit you with this fucking TV. Close your eyes, bitch, go to sleep. Asking you, go to bed. Close your eyes, bitch, go to sleep.
Yes.
There we go. Thanks, everybody.
So good. Great guitar player, great voice, funny person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you guys, we have 1 comic left. Brian, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Thank you. This guy is a pro beyond pro. We all know him. Great stand-up comedian, one of the best joke writers I've ever heard. There's about 20, 30, 40 jokes you've written that I go, damn it, I wish I would have written that joke. And after you're done, I'll tell you the joke that you just put on Twitter the other day. Got a lot of likes. That blew me away. That I wish I would have written. Give it up for Brian Kiley, everybody.
Thanks. I wish I had known that go to sleep, bitch lullaby when you were a baby. Where was that one?
I saw it in you, Brian. I saw it in you.
I'll send you an MP3.
Well, thanks for having me.
I'll send you an MP3.
I always said it was nice to be here. Then I remembered I'm in my house, and not really nice to be here. But I did get some good news today. I got my test results back, and I do not have COVID.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank God.
I have something called a hangover. Totally different. I got more good news today. I found out I'm not essential personnel at work or at home. So that is a load off my mind. So much going on. My son was sent home from college 2 years ago. Doesn't really have anything to do with the coronavirus now that I think about it. My daughter did just graduate from college last week. And,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Fantastic.
Her graduation took place online.
Oh.
She was so bummed out about it. Here's the thing. She went to an online university. I don't understand the problem. But I'm learning a lot. Today I learned that one of the symptoms of COVID is that you can't taste anything. It's also one of the symptoms of eating Irish food. I don't know about you guys. I feel like I'm in prison. You know, I'm doing push-ups. I'm reading books. I'm making toilet wine. That's pretty much my day. Today I spent the day binge watching my father-in-law binge drinking. That guy cannot handle his toilet wine. I'll tell you that much. I had a weird week. I had jury duty, and it took place online. And my Wi-Fi spotty. I think the guy's guilty. I can't say for sure. So it's a crazy time. I've noticed we have to make adjustments. I've noticed all my restraining orders now say I have to stay 506 feet away. It's an adjustment. I'm not going to lie to you. I live in Los Angeles now. Things shut down here around March 15th. So I haven't been to the gym since 1989. One thing I've been doing, I've been staying up late and I've been buying things I shouldn't on Amazon.
Me too.
Yep. Last night I got my hamster a Peloton. Well, that wheel is just not enough of a challenge, I find. I had a weird thing happen the other night. I went to bring in my trash barrels and I got too close to a raccoon and it startled me. And then I thought, well, at least he's wearing a mask. I'll say that about
Didn't know where that joke was going. That was brilliant.
You could see it coming?
No, I couldn't.
Oh,
That's
good.
brilliant. I'm like, where's he going with this? Oh my God.
I didn't know.
I've never seen your jokes coming.
I didn't know if the raccoon jokes were everywhere. When I go out, I wear a medical mask and I wear surgical gloves. In fact, on my walk yesterday, I removed a kidney. I hope he didn't mind. I have been going to the supermarket, and here you have to wait outside, and they let the senior citizens cut in line and get all the good stuff. So here I am. I'm in my 50s. I'm still having older people buy beer for me. When is that going to end? This is embarrassing. Yesterday, I overslept, and I didn't start my day drinking until nighttime. So embarrassing. It won't happen again. Last Saturday, it was the little girl next door's birthday, and she couldn't have a birthday party because of the quarantine. So all of her friends drove by her house and beeped and waved and wished her happy birthday. Oh. And it brought a tear to my eye because that's how my parents used to celebrate my birthday. I'm glad the tradition has continued. But we're all trying to do the social distancing. I come from an Irish Catholic family where we've been emotionally distancing my whole life. It's a smooth transition. My grandfather came to this country from Ireland in search of a better life. And then my grandmother tracked him down and put a stop to that. And that's the bud. My grandmother was an amazing woman. She buried 3 husbands. none of them hers. We used to call my grandfather Poppy. We always called him Poppy because of his opium. A problem, but I've done some research. It turns out I'm super Irish. Even my blood type is O apostrophe. So I come from a big family. There's 5 kids. There's 5 kids. I'm the third of 5 kids. I'm like my family's middle finger.
Brilliant.
We always call my dad, our nickname for our dad is G.I. Joe. We call him G.I. Joe because his name is Joe and he has gastrointestinal issues.
Oh my God, dude. I never heard. Damn it. That's good.
Thanks, buddy. In lieu of crowds, this is the next best thing. So
me stealing your jokes, you better believe it.
So I moved to Los Angeles a few years ago. I'll tell you a true story. I was here for a month and I found out that one of the dads on my daughter's soccer team was a porn star. And that's not what bothered me. The fact that my wife recognized him. That was a problem. I think there's a lot of double standards in LA. Like everything, celebrities can do no wrong, in Los Angeles. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, he brings his mom to the Oscars. He's a hero. I bring mine to the prom. I'm a loser. Doesn't really seem fair. It's crazy. My son called me today and he said, Dad, if sex robots become a thing, will you buy me one? What? I'm not paying for 2 sex robots. I'm telling you that right now. You guys have been beautiful. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
All right. Brian,
Yeah.
first of all, I have to talk about your joke on Twitter that was cracking me up. COVID joke. Was it? I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to probably blow up in the joke itself, just so you other comedians. Is it my cousin refuses to wear a mask?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you're a welder. A welder. What was the first, Brian, do you remember the first joke? Like, because you're a joke writer. Do you remember the first joke you ever wrote? Like the first joke you said, damn, this is a good joke.
The first joke that I did like as an open micer?
Yep. Actually, the first joke you ever told with a mic. Yeah, exactly.
I did a joke about, do you have Marshalls there in Ohio?
Of course. Yeah, Marshall, like Ross. Yeah.
Yes, I did a joke about, I picked up a woman at Marshall's, and then when I got home, I noticed that one arm was much longer than the other. And that's like
the first joke.
That's the first joke I did. My open.
And you kept going. Chris Newberg, do you remember your first joke you ever told on stage? Microphone in front of you.
Yeah, I think it was. This is my impression of a kid who's colorblind conquering the Rubik's Cube, and then I just kind of look at it and I go, yeah.
Okay. Charlene, don't lie.
God, I can't remember the first joke I told on stage, but I remember the first joke I wrote.
Go ahead.
So it was, I grew up in the 80s, so spandex was a big deal, but I've always been, a chubby girl, so it looked like Jell-O in a Glad bag, not pretty. So that was that was the first one I wrote.
Ariel.
Nice, Johnny.
Very good.
That was excellent job, Johnny. On fire right now.
Ariel, first joke.
I gave you the mnemonic device. What was it again? What was my first joke that I ever
Either
wrote?
the first joke you ever wrote, the first joke you ever came up with, or the first one you ever told on stage with the microphone?
I didn't realize how it's like joke per second when I first started doing comedy. So I would tell cocktail party stories.
Well, I mean, it's all different kinds of comedy.
I mean, they weren't like exactly funny. Like there were funny moments in between, but not enough to where it could have been, you know, I needed to cut the fat, but I mean, that's how I started.
Could you ad lib?
What was the first like joke, even when you realized, oh, that's a good joke, like just a joke? Do you remember or no?
I was telling some story. It was like a dumb, like a cocktail party story. And I was, and the line, I was like, and this is like, I just said it as a throwaway on stage. I was like, so then I turned and I started speaking to her in Farsi, my mother tongue. And then that got the laugh, which I didn't even really, yeah. It was like a flourish that I didn't like expect to flourish.
Oh, that's how you know. Comedians, I know you guys are successful. We're all successful in our different things. Years ago, I met with a comedian manager, and he asked me, he goes, have you ever gotten a laugh on stage and you didn't know why? And I was looking at him, I go, and there's actually, this is a true story, by the way. I'm not trying to be funny. I used to do a joke about how I used to drive a 1985 Honda Civic that had no luxuries, but it had a moonroof. And so I used to go, yeah, I drive an 85 Civic. I go, and then for some reason, one time on stage at the Ice House, the side room, I go, it's a DX model, ladies. And I got a huge laugh, just me doing this. I don't even know why I did it. I didn't script it out or plan it. And I told the guy, I go, yeah. I go, I did that. I did this weird thing. He goes, that's your character. I go, what? Huh. He goes, that's who you are on stage. I'm not saying that I believe it or true, but I'm just saying, when you just said just now, you said you got a laugh because you didn't really know. It was almost you being you in the moment. Am I sort of right on any of this or no?
Yeah.
I don't know. By the way, my first joke on stage, since I love the wordplay, this is going back a ways now. I remember the TV show Coach?
Yes.
I go, wow. Hey guys, there's a TV show called Coach. I go, hey, what's so funny about the cheap part of the airplane?
Oh, nice. Out the gate.
Can I tell you something? Not a single laugh. Not one laugh. That was the first joke I ever told on stage. And you have no idea how happy I was with myself going up on stage with that joke. Not even a smile. And I started in LA. That was on Melrose at behind a diner in Melrose. And looking back now, I realize, I go, it was all other comedians hoping I would be terrible. You know what I mean? It's like starting comedy in LA blows.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great joke, but it wasn't terrible. I look back now, I go, it still wasn't terrible. I'm still proud of the fact that was my first joke ever. You know what I mean?
Tell it now to massive laughs. Like if you deliver it well, you could do that. You could.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that show's well known enough now.
Right.
Has anybody ever, have you guys, by the way, everybody needs to log off. Has anybody ever seen a joke that was so well written that you wish you wrote it yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but usually I'll be watching someone's set, and as soon as it comes out of their mouth, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yep. But is it a one-liner or is it like a thing?
Sometimes both. The one-liners are brilliant, but sometimes when it's a well-constructed story that just kind of like brings you all the way back, and you're like, brilliant.
You guys know who Quinn Dale is?
Yeah, it's a great joke.
Great joke writer, right? I was at the Ice House years ago, and I've known him, so I mean, I'd seen a lot of his stuff in here. He goes, hey guys, just want to I got to make an announcement tonight. He goes, for 12 years, I've been trying to get my own HBO special. 12 years. Well, I have a little announcement to make. 2 weeks from tonight, I am giving up. I swear to God, I fell over. I'm like, oh my God, that's like one of the, because we're comedians. We're, especially if we're puns or wordplay guys, we're not used to getting surprised. It surprised me. So
he's a great writer.
One of my favorite bits, now that I remember it, is Jackie Cation did a few years ago great comment. A whole Pets in LA thing, and where she even had it animated, and it's brilliant. It's
I have to watch that. I don't know her
She's
work
very
that much.
funny.
I know her, but I don't know her work that much.
Oh yeah, if you look at, you could actually, it's probably
It's on Instagram. I think she has it on Instagram right now too. It's part of it.
oh okay, the pets in LA
I think
animated.
so. Something. Yeah,
Oh,
she did something on there.
It's brilliant. It's art. It's
Hilarious.
so good. Yeah.
More importantly, why does the camera angle for Brian Kiley look like he's sitting in a tower with a 95-foot door behind him?
Let me tell you, where I normally do this, my internet was going out. So they go, you have to go and sit next to your router. So that's why. I mean,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Router?
Because I did a show earlier and I froze in the middle of my set. So now I'm afraid that
By the way, was that a flapper show?
it was.
There's so much fun.
They were, yeah.
Yeah. I'm on one neck. Dude, here's a true story, and then I'll let you guys all go. I was sitting here, my girlfriend's in bed, and I'm like, hey, I gotta go do a comedy show, and I'm on East Coast time, so it's like later. Like, I'm in here waiting to go online for a flapper show. You know what I mean? Friday night show. I'm like, and I promoted it and stuff, and so I'm waiting, and then I'm sitting there going, why haven't I gotten the email for the link? It's next Friday.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Hour last night in here. I'm in this little. I'm in the. Yeah, I swear to God. Yes. Anyhow, no. I'm like, oh my God. I just because they never give you that 2 weeks in advance.
At least it wasn't last week.
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, thank you so much for doing it. And
Thanks for having me.
we raise a few bucks for Easter Seals. You guys are all my great friends. You're all awesome. And let's hope we all get back to normal and we can do shows back at the 1 hour comedy hour.
Well, that place, who books that place in Melrose you went to?
Here's the truth, dude. Here's the true story. I was sitting there, I don't know if you guys remember the first time you ever went up on stage. I was a nervous wreck. I walked into this room and there was like 40 people. It was like a diner, and then they opened the door and there's like a room in the back with a stage and a mic. And I'm like, I'm by myself, and I'm like, there ain't no way. And everybody, you know how it is at open mics. Everybody knows everybody. They're all, especially in LA, everybody talking to everybody, and I know everybody. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And this girl goes up, she goes, "Are you a comedian?" I go, "Yeah," because I knew if I said it, I would, you have to. She goes, "What's your name?" And I was number 28 on the list. I was the 28th comic to take the stage that night. And but sat there and watched crappy comic after crappy comic after crappy comic after crappy comic going so long. And I walked up full of confidence going, I am going to kill. And I bombed. I bombed so hard.
It's hard to kill when you're 28.
Exactly. Well, plus also, I didn't realize it was a room full of comics. They weren't laughing at them. They weren't laughing at anybody. That was my moment.
Yeah, they were all in their heads,
And you ask yourself, why did you go back the next time? I have no idea. I have no idea how I wound up here. I really don't. You know what I mean? Brian, you obviously have been a successful writer for years. Did you start off more stand-up or more writing?
No, I did stand-up for about 12 years before I got my job at Conan.
No kidding.
Yeah, I started in college and I did it for, I would say 12 years, and then I got hired at Conan.
Wow. And what college? East Coast, obviously, right?
Yeah, I went to Boston College. So from age 20 to 32, I just did stand-up, and then I got my job at Conan.
Wow. And did Conan spot you somewhere and go, we got to have this guy because you're...
Well, he actually did see me on TV, but it was sort of a coincidence that then I sent a packet in, and they were like, yeah, okay, you start tomorrow. So
really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
So I've been there 26 years now.
Wow.
26 years? 1 Emmy? 2 Emmys?
1 Emmy, yeah. One little one.
One little one.
Where do you have it? Where do you have it?
It's
on his keychain.
in my office. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is so exciting.
Field trip.
Awesome. Yay, Emmy.
All right. This is
Honestly, though, how amazing is that? Dude has an Emmy.
Well, it's so funny because the year we won, I didn't go because we had to work on Monday mornings, so I didn't go. And before they used to give us Mondays off, and then they decided not to. So I didn't go. And right before we won, my kids got in a fight over nothing. So I'm like breaking up the fight, and I thought, we're gonna win. This is how we're gonna win. Like you can't. And then all right, move my stuff here. Oh gosh. All right, sorry.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. Get a
Wait,
close up on that. What's it say?
Wait, hold it up again, dude. I want to take a picture of this. Go. Wait. I got
Odin,
to
show us the one with your name on it.
dude.
Got it on there.
Facebook. That's amazing.
Wow.
Well, Johnny, you're a big baseball fan.
Oh, die hard.
We talked baseball. So it was 2007, and so I won it. It was in September, and I didn't hear from my dad. But then a couple of weeks later, the Red Sox win the World Series, and he calls to congratulate me. I'm not actually on.
You're not making that up.
I swear to God.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah, Brian and I drove out. We've all done Jay Chris. I don't know if you and I did my Beaumont show together because I was out of town.
You were out of town.
We drive out. We have such a great conversation. Brian and I've never met anybody who's a baseball scholar like back to the late 1800s like I am until you. I swear to God, dude.
I was impressed with your. Here we were talking about like Chief Bender and.
Oh, dude.
That's from like
Mordecai Brown. What the? Sorry, guys. It's
I know we had this very obscure baseball conversation. That was
yeah. I mean, I'm a baseball. I only have one friend in my entire life who's like that, and then I met you. I'm like, what?
I was very impressed.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, thank you guys so much for doing the show. We'll do more in the future for good purposes. Hopefully, we'll all get back to normal shows and all normalcy and everything like that. But you guys are all awesome. I love you all. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, brother. Have a good one.
Great job.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Bye. Nice meeting you all.